ready?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Here we go. Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta. Hold it down. Read that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right Loungin. I am not by myself. I am here with the lovely lady Lisa. Say what's up.
Hey, y'all.
We're glad that y'all made it to another Friday. You know what I'm saying? We glad y'all made it. We got a lot of stuff to get into, but I'm glad you made it. You know what I'm saying? Your beautiful sunshiny faces up in here. I'm happy to greet you. Big shout out to the chat real quick before we even get started. To the homie Alan Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Alan Lewis up in here repping. Always, yo, look, hey, you know we got love. You know we got love. I did want to open up real quick and also throw some shine, if you will. A little bit of shine. Want to throw some shine to Patreon supporters, Cash Appers, Super Chatters, all y'all. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, go on and say what up. Leave me a comment, whatever. Let's talk. Hit that thumbs up, all that good stuff. And share. Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? My boy Nightmare Jadarius, he be doing the HBO program. Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Share it, subscribe it, like it, comment it, do something. You know what I'm saying? Tell your people. Don't be hiding that NERDSoul. Tell your people. But we got some stories to get into. And some stuff that we got added in late, but I got everything in order of how you want. And then we can talk about the stuff we were seeing your girl on the TV. We can hold that last. With Vicky and all that. We can do it. We can hold that last. Okay. Back to love. What up? What up? Nice to see you up in this spot. But I guess introduce us to our first story.
Okay. So evidently we are getting reparations in the form of basketball, and we did not even know it.
We didn't even know it.
We weren't aware that we were being repaired with basketball.
Man. All right, let me go ahead and put this tweet up in the chat for you guys. It's a video coming to you from Oklahoma, I guess Oklahoma. I'm not sure exactly where the speech was made, but Senator Kevin Matthews represents the home of the worst massacre on American soil, or at least one of them, 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, said that, and he says that teaching kids how to play basketball is a form of reparations. As a descendant from Black Wall Street, the person isn't too happy. And if you listen to the audio, it's not great. I'm gonna see if I can cue up the audio for you. It's about a minute long. Let me see if I can cue up the audio and hopefully it ain't too loud in your earlobe. See, you won't be able to hear it, but you've already heard it. So, you haven't heard it yet? Oh, all right. Well then, go on. You can watch it. Put on your head. Oh, you don't have your headphones with you. See. Okay, this is what we gonna do.
Where are my headphones?
I don't know where your headphones is. Oh, they're right there. Anyway, so look, I try to let people, do their thing. This dude is a senator. I try to let people do their thing. But it's clear, it's extremely clear that it's clear that this is some dumb stuff. So anyway, here we go with the audio. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it from here. And here goes the audio from the man himself.
One of the people that are on our board this evening. And I personally believe that reparations is important. And what we're doing in Tulsa is some portion of reparations. We had the Oklahoma City Thunder basketball team gave $250,000, and they're starting a Thunder Fellows program that teaches African American kids in Tulsa the analytics of basketball, not just playing basketball. We have we're working with the Tulsa Chamber to start a program with 30 African American kids will be mentored by corporations all the way through college. These are forms of reparations. I believe that there are several ways to have it. This is one of them, and there are
So there you go. That's.
Can I please?
You go first. You go first. I ain't even going. I just wanted you to hear the man himself. The man said they got reparations in Oklahoma.
Okay. Now, this is my humble opinion. All right? My humble opinion is that reparations come in the form of monetary, okay, repair, cash, checks,
direct payments,
free and clear, no attachments, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Thank you.
Okay, from the federal government. Individual states aren't going to right now. If individual states want to do reparations to their people for what they've done, that's fine. But that does not dismiss the federal government.
Yes. From
reparations that they owe us in the form of cash. We are the
direct
only
payments
group, the only race that anybody would ever open their face and say, oh, well, we'll do a program, or, we'll do a housing voucher, and we'll give you a pair of shoes. All these different things in the form of, quote, reparations. Everybody else who's gotten reparations, it has been in the form of cash or land.
Yeah, cash and or land. But always cash involved. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, we're going to teach y'all to play basketball. We're going to teach y'all. We got a fellowship program. The dude didn't even know the name of his own program.
And it's always
they always got one of us up there.
Thank you.
I'm
trying not to call names. It's always one of us. They get to shuck on to the stage.
Man, that white supremacy dollar must be real good. That white supremacy dollar must be strong.
You know it is.
Because they out here, how you going to say it's a form of reparations? It's not a form of reparations. It's a Big Brother program. It's a summer camp.
It's a mentor program.
It's a mentor program. But that joint ain't got nothing to do with, are you kidding me? Man, come on, stop it. Now, let's think about it, because there's a whole bunch of stuff around here. All right, so did people say Japanese folks, oh, well, we're gonna let y'all go to college for free, or maybe what we can do is give y'all a voucher to go to community college or something? No, they gave them direct payments. Jewish people, did you see them tell them? Or another argument, did you see anyone asking Jewish people if they knew how to spend the money right? Because that's another thing. Oh, well, you don't even know how to spend. What are you going to spend the money on? Ain't nobody asked them nothing. Nathan, you know what I'm saying? Gave them money. Now, all of a sudden with us, it's like, well, reparations could be many things. It could be laws and stuff. No. It's a direct cash payment. A law is outside of that. The law is something you should be doing anyway. But all of a sudden, our reparations got to be something different. And I submit to y'all, it's because they know that they have committed financial warfare on us forever. And that they've made everything a financial issue. And if they give us finances, then the financial warfare that they set up in front of us will not be as strong as it used to be. Now, am I foolish? No. Yes, there are some people that might not spend the money in the most noble way. But I mean, that's any group. I'm pretty sure every Jewish person that got reparations was not spending it in the most moralistic and noble and honorable way, or Indian folks, or Native American folks, or Japanese folks, or anything like that. I'm sure not every single 100% of them. But the issue is, they know there's enough black people on code, especially now, it's starting to grow, that real things can change from this money. Because if we were all going to just, poop the money away,
or if we were all going to just, like you said, poop it away and put it right back into your economy, they would be falling over backwards give it to us.
If all we were going to do is just go to the mall and spend the whole thing, they would have given us that money years ago. But they know good and well, yes, there are going to be some people that spend the money, they go on like a vacation and some trips and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Yes. But they also know there's some on code people that's going to be like, you know what? We're going to use this money to further distance ourselves from you. And we don't need to be in your school systems. We don't need to be in this system. We don't need to be in that system. We don't need to work at your jobs. We don't, because we're setting up our own structure right here. And that's why. You know what I'm saying? Money gives you freedom from. You know what I'm saying? Money also buys back your time. So I don't have to give my time to you at XYZ Corporation punching a clock. I have now bought back my time, and I can spend it on maybe making a job for other young brothers and sisters, or saving them, or funding their projects and ventures that seemingly get missed and forgotten when it comes to venture capitalist funding rounds. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to funding these new apps and everything, you think black people ain't got apps? You think black people ain't got ideas? Of course they do, but somehow they get locked out of these billions and billions of dollars that just thrown at these new apps and technologies and patents and all that stuff. Now you can fund yourself. You ain't got to go beg no white man for, I got this new idea. If you just, look at my business plan, you ain't got to worry about that. And that's what this is really about. But this whole thing with basketball, bruh, stop it. I just got that to get y'all warmed up.
This is so infuriating.
Y'all warmed up, now y'all warm. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kibi23. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you up in the spot. Shout out to Back to Love.
Kibi23 said, or some karate lessons in the form of reparations for the Asian groups, basketball for the blacks.
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, don't get me. Look, we've talked about Asians for like the last 2 weeks. We're going to leave them alone. All right?
But what you're not going to catch is an Asian person out there talking about they're going to give us reparations in the form of karate lessons.
Yeah, you ain't going to see that.
You're not going to see that.
They going to see that. They going to see it. It's not going to happen. I mean, if someone said that, I'd be like, they said that? And then they got a black man out there to say that. Just, what's the next story? I can't even go there.
Oh, this is a big one. New York City Council ends qualified immunity for NYPD officers.
Yeah, which we haven't read through yet. This joint just came across me, so
fresh.
This one came across me. I was like,
well,
word?
It actually came out this morning at 11:37 a.m.
Yeah, but I mean, we gonna see it together because this one I have no idea.
Did you want
I'll put the link in the chat. Yeah, go on read that.
Okay. So, New York City on Thursday passed a spate of police reforms, including ending qualified immunity for New York Police Department officers. Qualified immunity shields state and local police from liability unless they violated a clearly established constitutional right, according to the National Conference of State Legislatures. The City Council said in a statement that it passed a bill creating a local civil right protecting the city's residents against unreasonable search and seizures, excessive force, and a ban on the use of qualified immunity as a defense. Wow. Council Speaker Corey Johnson hailed the bill's passage, noting that the city is the first in the country to end qualified immunity. The NYC Council just voted to end qualified immunity for police officers, making NYC the first city in the country to do so. Qualified immunity was established in 1967 in Mississippi.
I wonder why.
In Mississippi.
Of course.
To prevent, quote, freedom riders from holding public officials liable even when they broke.
Yeah, when they the ones
even
doing
when they
it
broke the
wrong.
law. Just okay.
Look, we know what qualified immunity. All of this is steeped in white supremacy.
I mean,
we work it every day to try to break it. You know what I'm saying? It's one day at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
One step at a time.
Johnson tweeted, rooted in our nation's history of systemic racism, qualified immunity denied freedom riders justice and has been used to deny justice to victims of police abuse for decades.
Yep.
It should never have been allowed, but I'm proud that we took action today to end it here in NYC. This is huge.
This seems like if they for real about this. They for real about this, especially if they're for real about the application of this. Meaning like it's gone. So now that it's gone, y'all can't. This could be very interesting. Oh. And Back to Love says if California does, it will go national. I honestly think
I believe that.
Yeah, if there's a couple of large states. Like California is a very large state economically and of course geographically. Texas is another one, but they ain't passing nothing like this. New York is a large state as far as influence. But yeah, those if California does something like this, that changes the game.
There's more.
This is a huge deal, though.
There's more. The qualified immunity measure was one of 5 measures adopted by the New York City Council aimed at police reforms. The City Council also voted to allow the Civilian Complaint Review Board to investigate police with a history of bias and racial complaints.
Wow.
Issue quarterly reports on traffic stops and to transfer the authority of granting and suspending press passes from the NYPD to the Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment.
Huh.
So they're shifting of power.
They're actually giving the Citizens Review Board and stuff like that, because usually Citizens Review Boards ain't got no power.
No.
It's like they just exist so that cities can pat themselves on the back. So they're actually giving them a little bit of power.
Okay, New York.
Okay, New York. Okay.
All right, New York.
Let's see how it rolls.
I mean, Georgia's going back, New York's going forward.
Brian Kemp won't be there forever, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, this too shall pass. And also, we'll get into Brian Kemp and all that in a second, because that ties into another one of our stories. But yeah, New York? Well, hey, New York City, all right? You know what I'm saying? But New York City? All right, yep, good for you. Let's see how it rolls. I'm happy to see some movement. You know what I'm saying? Other cities, other metropolitan areas, this is something you can follow. In qualified immunity. Get that out of here. We still want defund, but qualified immunity got to go too. So if we got qualified immunity gone, cool, boom. Now let's defund. You know what I'm saying? Now let's, you know what I'm saying? So just baby step by baby step. You know what I'm saying? Of course they're going to fight back, but I'm surprised.
This is huge.
I'm surprised.
This is huge.
I'm surprised this passed anywhere. I'm surprised this didn't pass in Minneapolis first, but because of course the heat that they're in, but we'll see how this rolls.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
You think this has anything to do with the things going on with Cuomo?
What, Cuomo? Nah.
No.
Cuomo ain't do nothing.
But I'm just saying.
He said he ain't resigning.
But wait a minute.
Right.
Roll with me.
All
right. We all know
Okay.
that when all the shenanigans started with Bill Cosby, regardless of whether you think he did anything or not, we know he was trying to buy NBC, correct?
All right.
Okay. So with all of these things going on that we didn't know about with them trying to pass qualified immunity, it's funny how now...
Or trying to end qualified immunity.
I'm sorry, yes. It's funny that all of these accusations have popped up now for Cuomo. I don't believe in coincidences.
You know what? You know what I'm saying? You never know.
I don't believe in coincidences.
Cuomo might be out there doing the best. You know what I'm saying? Doing the most. Or he might be out there touching chicks. I don't know.
I know.
You
get what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying.
Because we do know that when somebody is trying to make a power move that is not in the best interest of white supremacy, they get attacked.
Yeah, usually it's all about protecting police, because police are the only buffer that the rich and, politically powerful have between people that protest and people that have it good, so don't need to protest.
I'm just offering food for thought. I'm just putting it out there. I'm connecting dots.
Hashtag free Cosby. Free Cosby.
I mean, look, I ain't saying he didn't do all of it. I'm saying he didn't do all of it. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say he didn't do any of it.
I'm just saying, man, they saying this man went on a streak of like 70, 80 women. I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's a certain number when it gets comical, where it's like, all right, so hold up. He raped this many women?
White women.
And when?
In the 60s.
But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's really
70s.
good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. But throw that out of the way. All right, we got other things to cover. The Delusions. All right, so, no, hold on. Let me tee this one up.
Speaking of delusions.
I want to tee this story up. All right, so, guys, I know that some of you out there might be together with someone special. Some of y'all might be single.
Hold on, do you want to hold my hand while you do this?
See, I can't put your hand in the screen, so hold on. Let me see. All right, cool, boom. There go your. So some of y'all. Oh yeah, I gotta put it mad hard. Squeeze the blood out your hand. So some of y'all might be looking to learn how to have a better relationship, and you went to a man online, a man that looked like you, or a man that looked like the man that you want to be with. All right? And that man was none other than Derrick Jaxn. Now, back to love, so you got to talk in third person. Yeah. So NERDSoul was chilling.
That's after he explains this video.
Oh yeah, that's after I also had to react to my own video. So Derrick Jaxn, man, if you don't know Derrick Jaxn by now, Derrick Jaxn is kind of like this kind of like relationship guru, or maybe not guru, maybe just like a life coachy type relationship guy. And it's
self-titled.
There's a space on YouTube that's all about kind of like the relationship info, the kind of like the love guru info. YouTube has its sections, and he has a very large section of, I'd say, black women that listen to him. And ever since, at least I've been brought onto his stuff a couple years ago or whatever, when I first saw him, it was very geared towards black women at the expense of black men. And he would very, man, not even frequently, like almost all the time, black men were the problem, and black men need to grow up, and black men, you got to treat yourself better, and girl, you just need to understand how beautiful you are, and if this man is messing with you, you just need to leave him and don't play no games, which to a certain degree is great information. Like, don't let a man play games with you and stuff. And I mean, even we talk about relationships on Black Together on Thursday nights. Sometimes. Look, sometimes NERDSoulite be getting on our nerves.
We don't run this house for real.
we don't run this house. So we even talk about relationships and stuff like that. But I'm not. He put himself in a place almost where he put himself on a pedestal, in a place where he was like the know-it-all of what to do. Dude was writing books, all kinds of stuff. So comes out this week that, well, everything that he was telling you that you should watch out for, he was doing.
He be that.
He is that.
He be that. Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, black men have been like, yo, Derrick Jaxn is funny style. I don't know what it is, but I get a funny style vibe from him. See something wrong with him. I think he's full of it. Black women ate it up. He's good looking, tall, and he's basically placating. He's giving them everything they want. Girl, you are a queen. You deserve everything. And he wrong. He just need to grow up. You ain't never did nothing wrong. No matter what you do, ain't never gonna be wrong, because you are just right. And just understand your crown, girl. And you just need a man to do better for you, because he ain't better, and you ain't never did nothing wrong in your life. They eat it up. Of course they eat it up. Who don't want to be validated? I do. I want to be validated too. So of course, women eating it up. And it comes out, the boy was cheating. Or the boy been cheating for a minute. A long time.
He even did one of his videos in front of a side chick's house.
So I peeped this. Tasha K comes out with shouts to Tasha K. All right, I'm going to give a shout to Tasha K. Girl, you mad messy? You super messy. All right? But you are funny. So I got to give it to you. So anyway, she come out. She got the expose. Look, Tasha K is like I don't know, Inside Edition or something in these streets.
Yeah.
Like so here go. Tasha K comes out. She got a phone call with the girl. She got all kinds of receipts, pictures, and videos, and all kinds mad evidence. You thought they was going to court.
BMZ.
So they go on in the phone call and everything, and now all of a sudden he wants to apologize. He wants to, and Lisa, I'll let you come. I'll let her speak now.
What?
Like Derrick let his wife speak. You can speak now. How do you feel about Derrick Jaxn and his subsequent actions after being exposed? You can speak now. Hold up. Don't forget to put on your bonnet, and don't forget your stonewashed jeans. All right. Never trust a man who allows his wife to wear stonewashed jeans.
And a bonnet.
And a bonnet on TV. What was she doing?
He could have just been like, babe, we about to, the videos, the thing. Baby, what would you say to me? I'm going to get to it, but what would you say to me if you said, all right, babe, we're gonna do this video, and I come here, trot, into the living room with my bonnet to the side like Chef Boyardee and my stonewashed jeans and a shirt, clearly with no bra on, because the girls were like taking a nap in their lap.
Girls was just relaxing.
They was just like, hey, you know.
There's about to be on the belt loop.
What would you say to me, sir?
I'd be like, hold up, where you going? You ain't gonna be on this shirt. You gotta go back and put on one of them good shirts I bought you. Coming in here with your play clothes.
You're like, is the mirror still in there?
It's so yo.
Yeah.
So Back to Love said that was a knit hat.
Okay. All right. Her knit hat bonnet. Okay.
Yo.
Whatever, you know.
Sure.
Okay.
But then he was on the show looking good. He had his little V-neck and everything, his muscles, he's looking good.
Of course.
And then he got her looking bad. That's another thing. Watch out for a man that gonna let himself look good, but then his wife be looking homely. All right, that's all I'm saying. Look, you supposed to look good as a team, as a unit, as a like how I'm gonna look good, and then you know what I'm saying, NERDSoulite coming out here looking like some homeless child.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
We all go out. We all look.
Man, we all have to look good. You know what I'm saying? Comb your hair, brush your teeth, get the boogerlets up out your eye. You know what I'm saying? Don't be.
Ladies, put a bra on when you get on video.
Put a bra on. We dead.
Lift them up. Lift them up.
Lift them up.
Okay, so this is how I feel about it. All right. First of all, I want to be clear. This is my opinion. The issue is not that he cheated. It's not like he's the first person in the world to ever cheat on their spouse. That's not the issue. The issue is that evidently the whole time he's put on his cape, you know, and out here trying to save all us women folk from these horrible men that's
like
running,
he the only good man left.
These horrible men that's running game and cheating on women and mistreat them, all these things. The whole time he's been talking about himself. The whole time he's been talking about himself. That is the issue. That is the very and only issue.
It's basically like when Kevin Hart was like, yo, I'm a family man. I love my family. Oh, I'm so happy with my new family. Oh, I'm so great. And the next thing you know, you butt naked in Vegas. All right? You know what I'm saying? Look, Derrick is full of it, right? So homie came out and was like, look, guess what? Thank you, Back to Love. I'm about to get right there. Back to Love, we are here. You in these eyes, and I'm in those eyes. So anyway, homie comes through on his apology video, and first thing is like, if you want to know how we got through this, no, I don't. No, I don't. You can read the book. Homie tried to sell the book in the apology.
Look, let me tell y'all this.
And I've seen videos fly around about Derrick Jaxn because I know black women, and black women, you know, they watch his videos and then they share, they like to grab the air, snap and claim it and send his videos. So I have never, and you can check me, let me know if y'all are big time Derrick Jaxn watchers. I've never heard him mention God. I have never heard him mention God. Now, of course, I'm only seeing snippets that go around on like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or something like that. So maybe I didn't get his, his God, intervention videos where he's like, but now all of a sudden he in trouble. Now it's God time.
Well, I will say
you get in trouble now. You call him low.
Hold on. I will say in all fairness, look, the Lord will bring you to your knees to bring you to Him.
True.
Okay.
True that.
So I don't want to touch on that because she did leave him with the kids and all this other kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
So I don't want to question him on that. But what you're not gonna do is use that to try to make us look over top of all of this other foolishness. Because my thing is, nobody's saying that you can't come back from this and redeem yourself from this, but you got to take some onus and you have to back down. You have to sit down.
You have to understand that you don't need to be in our face right now.
What he immediately did was went into save mode and write a book mode.
This fool said you can get my book for $13.95.
Yeah, you need
I don't know how much the book is, but
you need to sit back and be quiet for a while and let us process this whole thing and let us figure out if we want to still deal with you. But you're that dude You're that very dude that cheated on his woman, and instead of letting her process it and give her time, you're calling her every day, you're texting her every night, explaining why she needs to forgive you, explaining it wasn't really me, I didn't mean to, it didn't mean nothing. That's you, Derrick Jaxn, right now. We need you to zip. You and your wife. Both. Zip.
Now, see, what he did is he came through. He had his wife, homely looking wife. Because I was like, when I saw him on TV, I was like, well, who's that urban youth? I was like, is this a Big Brother program? Who is that? And then it's his wife. I was like, oh snap, that's his wife? I thought that was like a kid that he was talking about. But anyway, take that further. Then all of a sudden here come his wife in the video talking about some, his wife in the video talking about some God in the chat, and we will be protected, and the angels were. I'm like, ho. Once again, I have not seen every Derrick Jaxn thing ever. But once again, where is all this Bishop Jackson coming from? And now all his wife, all of a sudden, she must be the first lady in the church.
I mean, she may have been that all along. We have no idea.
Yeah, because we ain't never seen his wife. So maybe his wife is a minister and she went to Bible college.
No.
I don't know.
Hold on. Back to Love, not Reverend Leon Lonnie Love.
Yo, Lonnie Love did it, boy.
Woo.
But I'm like, hold up. So now so you gonna chastise me. So you gonna get on your computer and talk to me like I'm wrong. I ain't did nothing. I'm kicking it with my wife. I ain't sneaking around making videos in my car and dealing with somebody else talking about I'm separated.
You all don't understand.
Yeah, like, whoa. Damn. The first thing, she talking to me like she my mama. I'm like, you need to turn around and look at Derrick and talk like this. I ain't did nothing. Like, she yelling at the screen. Look, so then this fool decides to make another video where he reacts to his own video in third person. Derrick, what you need...
So again, what you're doing is you're continuing to be deceitful, because what you wanted to do is explain yourself. Because everybody looked at that video, clowned you and your wife, and said this is some bull.
I've seen them skits.
So what you wanted to do was make a video and explain yourself. But instead of you being straightforward and transparent and saying that, you made a video in third person, which makes us further not want to fool with you.
Man, look. Alan said I was done when she said her bonnet was the helmet of righteousness.
Yes,
Thank you. She was, because remember your boy that was Jesus Christ, the shield of your breastplate, the righteousness of the shield of.
But I love him though because he's sincere. I love him though because he's very sincere. He's very sincere.
Like Miss Jackson, I don't know what her last name is. Maybe his last name Jackson. Maybe his last name is Andrews. I don't know what it is. But her whoever she is, she's full of it too. Oh, my bonnet is the bonnet of righteousness.
She didn't say it's the helmet.
The helmet of righteousness.
Come on now.
What you needed was a helmet of discernment on your husband that was running around with other women. That's what you needed. Oh, a helmet of righteousness. Look, talk about the what you wanted to ask her about noticing things and everything.
You know what? I would love for her. I know it's not going to happen, but I would love for her to come out and really have a very honest conversation about looking back to see, any signs of what was going on with him. Is there anything she overlooked? Was she just like, kind of got into autopilot mode, like you said?
Yeah.
Were you in autopilot where he was coming and going, and you weren't paying attention, or was he just being so deceitful and lying to you about where he was coming and going and those kind of things? I would love for her to have a conversation about that, because to me that's important for women. If y'all want to help women, which I don't think you really do, but I think that would be important, because we had a conversation about this offline about, how it can be easy to get into autopilot and things change about your spouse that you don't notice. Like for your spouse could all of a sudden start, going out and dressing up, and every Tuesday they're gone between 4 and 6 all of a sudden. But you don't even realize it because you're not paying attention.
True.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put this on her.
No.
I'm just saying, it's just something to really think about. Because like we talked about, I'm home all the time. I don't go nowhere. I really prefer not to have to go anywhere.
Well, also
right?
it's COVID, so
But I'm just saying though, you go out and do
Yeah.
stuff. So it would be like all of a sudden on Tuesdays, I'm getting up, getting myself all together and dressed and going out for hours without the baby.
Yeah, it's true. Like
It's like, and it's not
after a while, I'd be like, well, hey, where you going? Like, where you been?
Yeah,
You
well,
know
I
what
would
I'm saying?
think
Like,
before a while.
Well, I'm just saying, like at first you might just be like, oh, okay, cool, see you when you get back.
See, that's you.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's you. You just
Well, no,
be like,
what I'm
whatever.
saying is like, because I do think there's an area of like, well, you're not expecting your spouse to cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? So say if like the first time you go out and you're gone for hours, you know what I'm saying? I might not like trip, but then like second or third, I'll be like, hold up,
babe,
you've been gone for a minute.
But hold on. See, this is the thing, and if we talked about this before. Like way before COVID.
Remember, guys, there's a book. Look in the link below. You can find a book of how NERDSoul told you that Derrick Jackson was full of it in the first place.
But look, way before
1095.
Way before COVID. Before when I was going on. I think it's before Mikey and everything. And I said something to you because I would be gone out for hours at a time, and you would not call to see if I was okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, I'm going to the store. But then I'd end up, maybe going to Target or whatever else, right? And then not realize, oh my gosh, time got away from me. But then I look at the phone, I'm like, this brother ain't even called to check on me to see if, I got a flat tire, I've been shanked, taken away, kidnapped. Nothing. I come back home, he'd be like, oh, hey. I'm like, brother, I've been gone. I've been gone since like 9 a.m. It's like 5.
So,
I've been gone a whole work shift. This brother ain't call, text,
okay, hold up.
smoke signals or nothing to see if his woman eyed. But as soon as he leave the door, look, where you going? What time you think you be back? If he ain't back close to that time, I'm texting. You all right when you coming back? What's your ETA?
Look, okay.
You be like, this girl gone.
Since we getting a little bit of black together in tonight, it's good because we didn't do all black together. So black together a little. So okay, I am Lisa had to swap me. So all right, peep this. I'm one of those people that I try my best to not be the guy that's always like asking where you're going and stuff like that. And I probably go too far.
Yep.
But also being the way I grew up, I was kind of like, to a certain degree, I was like the de facto second parent or whatever. And like the way it worked in my household was, if my mom would go somewhere, or dad would go somewhere, if he was there, like he would go somewhere, or whatever, and they were just like, hey, I'm going now, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? And I just never, so the way I was raised up is I was like, oh, Lisa, like you would be mad that I didn't check on you, but I'm like, you'll be back when you be back. Like, I remember. All right,
I'll be back tomorrow. How about that?
I remember a long time ago, my grandma called me and was like, where's your mom? And I was like, oh, she went to the store. She was like, well, when's she coming back? I was like, I don't know. When she done. I mean, like.
But that's your mother.
I know. But what I'm saying is like, whenever people go somewhere, it could be my best friend, my brother, sister. I don't usually ask those things.
You're talking about all these different positions of people that are nothing to do with spouse.
And when you grow up with the only experience of people traveling, it doesn't matter whether it's your spouse or not. It's baked in that you don't normally ask. You're just like, oh, okay, Lisa's going to do things. She'll be back.
So I guess I grew up differently because it's like,
and that's cool. Okay. I've been trying to, trying, but it's just I also don't want to feel like I'm always asking you where you been, where you going. Well,
I'm telling you, I want you to ask. I want you to care.
I know.
I don't want to be on the side of the.
I don't care.
I want to be on the side of the road, waiting. I don't know.
There was one time that you were somewhere and you took a long time to get back, and I actually thought about calling you, but I was like, nah, I don't need to be all bothering her. She doing things, because I honestly, this is in all honesty, the way I feel is if I ask her. I don't want to be one of those guys like, where you going? Where you been? When you going to get back? I need to know where you. I don't want to be that guy. It's like, what I'm saying?
But there's an in between.
I know there is. I'm just trying to find it. I'm human like anyone else. You know what I'm saying? I'm human like anyone else. I'm trying to find it. You don't see me online telling men that y'all need to check on your woman all the time, and then I don't check on my woman.
Because Michael like, leave him alone.
No.
Wait till the police call you.
No. No, because like even I said, like when, like I be at work, and I don't call to check on Lil Mike. Why? Because
sure don't.
Here's why. Because I married an intelligent, capable black woman, so I don't have to worry how my child is. I know my child is fine because Lisa is with him. Lisa will be fine. I got this. I didn't marry some woman that I gotta check on. You okay? You cooking something? You cleaning something? You do? No, because she know what she doing. I ain't gotta do that. So when he with me, hopefully Lisa, if NERDSoulite with me, Lisa gonna be like, I'll be like, you been gone for 10 minutes. Is he okay? He's still alive.
Because you going to fling him across your shoulder.
No, I'm not.
He'll be like, you don't need that car seat buckle.
He don't need that car seat. Put him in the trunk. No, but yeah, so, it's...
He riding shotgun.
Little Mike in the side seat, like... It's like, is that a baby in that chair?
No, but I mean, okay, so... this kind of went on the side, but I mean, let's be for real though. Mm-hmm. From your point of view though, you would make it real easy for me to be out here doing what I do. Yeah. You know what I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying that too. Now at the same time, that's why I say I can understand, because a lot of times you'll see people say, what is it? Back to Love said, NERDSoul, you got to embrace your inner Turner. Women, where the heck you at? So, but yeah, that's why I said, a lot of times they'll say, oh, these been cheating this long. Well, because at first, in general, you're not saying like, oh, my wife is going to cheat on me or my husband's going to cheat on me. You just generally don't think that. And then of course, there is a part of you that feels guilty about questioning someone where they're going. Some people, not all people, but some people, you might feel kind of guilty about being like, well, where have you been? And why didn't you call? And why didn't you do? So, after a while, you start seeing other things and you start to put it together. But by that time you start to put things together, this person may have been cheating for like 2-3 months by that time. Like, like the first couple weeks, you might not have noticed. You'd be like, and then maybe like week 3 or something, you're like, hey, something ain't right. But then they've been doing it for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ain't that right? Say yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so anyway, that's, I think sometimes people get, life gets in the way, or, people put things on autopilot, and, things can slip, you know what I'm saying? NERDSoul, use that phone finder and track your lady.
I don't mind.
Be like, it says you on 6th Street. No.
I don't mind. He gonna be like, that girl getting tacos again.
I'm like, that girl over there getting tacos. Be like, did you get me something?
No.
See, but you... But see, I'm gonna bring you something. See, you know what I'm saying? I always got gifts.
That's true.
I stay with gifts.
He does.
I come with the surprises.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? But back to Derrick Jaxn. So after we get scolded by his wife solo on the live stream, you know what I'm saying? No. He done came on, squeezed her hand till it don't exist no more. Then she gonna tell us about God and how she got the breastplate of righteousness or something. Then he gonna come back on and react to his own video in a way where he's like I guess be funny about like his video and kind of bring some levity. But the whole time he's selling his book. The whole time he's selling, okay, imagine this. You're selling a book about how to make it through a situation that he's in, that he said he would never be in, because he's always told you about the people that were in it and presented himself as someone who would never be that guy. This dude done like triple lied inside this book. Let's talk about how we see how we got through this. Well, how long you been writing this book? Did you write this book today?
How long y'all been going through this?
How long y'all been going through this? Chapter 1, she caught me. Chapter 2, I was backsliding. Like, I mean, what's in the book? I'm not gonna buy the book because Derrick Jaxn, I don't know if he's, I don't know what level of book writership he's at.
And I'm gonna say this: if I found out any of y'all done bought this doggone book, just don't tune in no more. Unsubscribe, unlike, go away.
You know somebody's gonna buy that book
Don't buy
and
this book.
you know what someone's gonna buy
Don't
the
buy
book
this
and like
book.
release it online for free or something like that. He's Derrick, if you're watching the show, I know you watch the show. You watch the show every week because you like, yo, NERDSoul's cool. You know what I'm saying? I trust him because he's a trusted name in nerd news. You know what I'm saying? So Derrick Jaxn be watching the show. Derrick, look, instead of trying to act like a broke Will and Jada and try to like save your relationship since someone else exposed you, what I want you to do is just chill, disappear, all right, for about a year, all right? You're going to need a year. And then come back, all right? And then make a video about, like thanking the people, the ex-mistresses, thank your community for exposing you, all right? The reason you got to thank them for that is because exposing you forced you to deal with the hard truth of your own hypocrisy. And how you don't never want to go back to it. And that you want to be even more candid and more transparent with your life, your love, and your family than you've ever been. That's the only thing I can think could work. Anything else is probably going to fall short. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So free consultation from NERDSoul.
Back to Love said, support a black-owned business. Put it on our black business segment. You talk about on Black Together walking her shoes.
Yep.
Look, I be beep beep. Beep 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 if I did that.
Man,
I ain't
look.
gonna cuss,
I'll
but
be like, what you
doggone.
putting on this week? Don't put that fool on this
I
channel.
wish first of all, Madam Butterfly would be like, you feel all right? Do you feel all right?
Man. Ethic Radio Archive. What's up? What's up? Nice to see you. Man, look. Just, we done with him. We done with him. I wish you well, Derrick. Get your life together, all right? You seem like you're praying to God. Keep on praying. You know what
I
I'm
will say this. I hope you get everything that's coming to you.
saying? Well, all right. Next story.
All right.
Alan said, if the wife starts selling Helmet of Righteousness bonnets, I will be done. Dude, look. I'm going to say this. You know it's going to be someone out there buying them, too. That's the sad thing. She got on the internet like we did something. She was like yelling at us like, you don't understand. And the God and this. No, where was God when he was cheating then? Huh? Where was he then? Where was God then?
Again, see, for me,
Oh,
I don't want to get on
now
that
it's God's
because,
fault. Now you want to give it to God.
Well,
when after you done messed up, now it's God time.
but I mean, when else is God time? Let's be real.
Well, that's true.
So
Well,
I
you
don't
can
want
be
to.
God when things are good.
Yeah, but I
give
don't
glory
want
to God.
But I don't want to dwell on that too much because let's be for real. We wouldn't call it a come to Jesus moment if it was just
If
like
they didn't have to come to Jesus.
Thank you.
All right, I guess.
So I don't want to harp on that too much.
I know.
It's
It's just people use God like a get out of jail free card.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be
agree.
like, look.
I agree.
But
I let him slide. There's
I
no
let him slide.
sincerity in any of this. There's no sincerity in any of this. So
she mad at us like we did the cheating.
she mad because of how people are responding to this foolishness.
Yeah, I cheated and I made videos. I ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't squeezing your hand in the video. What we got next?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Oh.
Roland Martin versus King Randall.
Okay, so guys, I hope you're not watching Roland Martin, but if you are watching Roland Martin, he had King Randall on the show earlier this week, I believe. And King Randall is a young man. He's in Georgia, and he is working on. He's already secured a building to be a boarding school. He's working on getting like buses and stuff to be able to, of course, focus schooling on black men that he's getting out of the system, stuff like that. He's really grassroots and really doing his thing. Good work, right? Sounds cool. Like, hey, look. This is someone that we should be like, yo, man, you doing good work. You trying hard. Yo, man, let's have a show where we can give you a opportunity to speak about what you've done, where you're going, what your plans are, and how you made it here. 2 weeks ago. Sorry. Thank you. 2 weeks ago, Back to Love. Thank you. So that's not the route that Roland Martin went. Roland Martin went the route of, how should we say, attack. Like, dude comes in. I ain't messing with Back to Love right now. Roland Martin comes in immediately attacking the guy. Like, dude comes in immediately attacking the guy. Bless you. Comes in immediately with attacking, like, why don't you focus on voting rights and things of that nature? And he clearly explains his position. King Randall says, like, hey, when you look at it, there's, the whole body, some people do this thing, some people do that, but it all works together as one unit. And he's like, yo, my focus is on the kids. I'm working with black kids, getting kids out of the system, getting them into this boarding school, focusing on education, building them up so they don't have to depend on government as much as they normally would and things of that nature, to try to disassociate yourself from white supremacy as much as possible. All right? So now here comes Roland Martin. He's like, well, why you ain't worrying about voting? He's like, well, that's not my expertise. Like, there's other people that are fighting for that, and that's good, but I'm doing this section. And Roland Martin goes on this. This is like a 30-minute video where Roland Martin is just going on and on and arguing even to the point where your boy King Randall was just like, and I agree, because I was like, I probably would have just shut down and just been like, look, like I would have literally been like, so are we here to talk about my school, or did you want to just yell at me for a little bit? Because they've kind of had a back and forth on Twitter already. So I'm like, are you trying to assert your dominance by being loud? And like, I don't get it.
And I love how he called him out on what he said about him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, I didn't say that. He was like, oh, but you said that about me on Twitter.
You said it on Twitter, and then he got quiet. Roland Martin we already know he's a sucker. We already know he's corny. But there's this weird energy and push around, and he's been doing this, especially Roland Martin been doing this for a while. But there's old black media and new black media, and there's definitely a disconnect, a clash. They ain't feeling it, whatever. And Roland Martin, you just came out this looking corny again. Like, because there's this argument that he's making as if voting is the end all be all.
Right.
And if it was, we would have been out of the situation that we're in by now. Yeah. Because black people have been voting. It's not like black people haven't been voting. Black people have been voting like crazy throughout the years. Like, trust me, since the Voting Rights Act passed, black people have been voting. A whole lot of black people have been voting. And trust me, it has been proven, empirical data has shown that voting alone is not going to do it. Like I said, we got to have our triangle. Got to have boycotts, protests, and voting. Voting alone is not going to do it. If voting did it, we'd be done. We'd be chilling. We'd have our reparations. We would have overcome. Police, we will have overcome. Then we would be done. But we ain't getting that, did we?
No. And the thing is this, King Randall, he made a lot of sense, because he tried to explain to him several times that, look, I'm not saying that I'm against voting. What I'm saying is that is not our only fight. He's like, what I'm saying is I'm fighting in another area. We have several areas to fight in.
Yes. This
just ain't my lane. This isn't my talent. This isn't my passion. My passion is elsewhere. You do you over here. Thank you for this. He even said, I'm glad that there are brothers like you that are fighting in terms of voting. He's like, that's not my lane. That's not my passion. I'm over here working with the kids.
Thank you.
But Roland Martin, he just wants to go on and on and on, yelling and talking all over top of him and all this other kind of foolishness. And it's like, what are we really fighting about? This brother is doing great work, and he's involving young people. What are we really fighting about?
What we're fighting about is old black media mad that young black people are not falling in line with the Democratic say-so.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Because Democrats, white supremacist Democrats, have told us, hey, voting is the most important thing in Georgia right now. And it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. Like I said, we've talked about this before. You need people that protest. You need people doing finance, getting money out there, or teaching people how to get money, or how to save, or how to get stocks and bonds. You need people doing education, taking care of the kids. You need people doing security. There's many things to do. That's like coming up to a math teacher. No, matter of fact, you said this. Talk about teaching math, telling math teachers why you ain't teaching history.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
History.
what about social studies? Social studies is important. It's like, yes, it is, and I'm thankful to the teachers who are doing social studies and history. But my passion is math, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and it's like you're essentially watching a 30-minute video of a black man tear a black man apart for no reason.
No reason.
No reason.
When you could have spent all that time lifting him up and talking to him about how you can be involved, or how other people can be involved that may have the same passion as him. Because you could say, that's not my lane. But for other people, that may be their lane. So let me hook you up and give out your information so that other young people can jump on board and get them involved. But no, you spent the whole time acting like you somebody daddy.
Yeah. And it's because I don't think Roland Martin, or people like Roland Martin, can imagine. I don't think they can imagine a world where black people say, hey, I'm going to do this on my own, or at least as much on my own as I can, without white support. Because Roland and his whole crew need white support. They love that white support. They need that white attention as much as possible. I've said it on this channel as much as I can. Look, black people are enough. They are. The black dollar is huge. At approximately 43 million of us in this country. Now, I know there's people that'll dice up, ADOS and stuff like that, but just people with black faces that say they're African American, black, whatever. 43 million people are enough. If there's, say one of you in here have an Etsy shop, and that's how you make your money, and you work from home and you work on Etsy. Well, what if 43 million people became patrons of your Etsy? That's enough. You don't need a white dollar. You don't. I don't know why you go. Serve your community the way they need to be served. You don't see other communities doing this mess. And King Randall says, yo, I got the school. I got together with other donors because he tried to say, like, how the kids gonna go to school? He's like, they going for free. Then of course, Roland Martin shut up again because he ain't got no. So then he said, I got together with some other kids in his area and got a school bus. The dude's doing all. It should be commended. This should be a puff piece on how aspirational,
Yeah.
Not only aspirational, not only economical, meaning for our people, not only falling in line with the tenets of what black people say they want. You can't say that you love HBCUs and then be mad that a black person is getting a school together for black kids. You can't have it both ways. Either we want, because Roland Martin loves stroking that HBCU. Oh, he love it. Oh, he loves stroking it. Now, when a black man says, "Oh, I want to go make my school for black kids," and they don't have to be tied to the system. We're over disciplined in every single school out there. So let me make a school for us where we can be together and I can understand my young black brothers and sisters, or black brothers. I think is it boys' school? I can't remember if it's a boys' school or not. But anyway, I can understand my black kids. They can understand me, and the teachers there can understand them. And then it doesn't have to be the school to prison pipeline. Normally, you say, "Hey, man, it sounds like a cool deal. It sounds like he's trying." He's working hard, but of course, we're in a situation where the second you try, here they come. Now, let me know how many things that Roland Martin has built for black children. Let me know how many things Roland Martin has done to elevate black children that is not tied to white supremacy or a white supremacist dollar. I said a long time ago, we would not mess with this man again. But he found a way to get back on this show. Roland Martin, you good. Look, he's corny. He fought with this man for 30 minutes for no reason. King Randall, we've talked about this before. Education of our black kids is key for the next generation.
Absolutely.
Whether it's homeschooling, building our own schools, we need to be in charge of our children's education. It's highly important. But you so busy trying to run up under their skirt. for a couple of shillings they gonna give you.
Not shillings.
Anyway, so King Randall comes off looking like a king because he didn't
Yep.
get down in the mud.
He didn't.
But you saw the
But I
pigs
love
rolling
how he
around.
said. I love how he said, "I was a fan."
Yeah, he said I was a fan.
And at the end, he still said, "You know what? I would love for us to put this battle behind us and for you to come and talk to my kids." Now,
Yep.
I didn't think that was a good idea because I think Roland Martin is too petty to come and just and speak from a place of being genuine. He's gonna come and push
He's gonna come and try to be funny.
He's gonna come and push his own agenda that's gonna go against what King Randall is teaching these kids and cause an issue. That's what I believe.
Because dude tries to equate doing for yourself and not dealing with the government at all.
Right.
Fool, I know. Parks, government funded. Roads, government funded. I know all these things. Bridges, all that stuff. Schools. I know the government is all around us. We live in this nation, stupid. If we were in France, it would be the French government.
Right.
I know government exists. What we're saying is to try to disassociate yourself from the government as much as you can, because the same government is the one that wants to kill you.
Yeah, in terms of depending on funding for the specific thing that you're doing. So instead of sitting around and, writing over and over again, trying to get these quote grants from the government and all this kind of stuff to do it, it's like, no, let's get the money within our community and do it ourselves that there are no strings attached. Well, we'll give you this if. You can have this if. Those kind of things. That's what he's talking about. And Roland Martin is
Roland is smart enough.
Man.
He's smart enough to know.
He's not a dumb man.
Also, this performative ignorance that he does to kind of start his fights on his shows, it's old. And he's too... Look, I'm just done with the dude. I put him in a box. Him, Terry Crews, a whole bunch of other ones. They all corny. You know what I'm saying? It's just a shame that it had to be like that. King Randall, if you're watching this show, King Randall, what's up? Look, come on the show. We talk about, we've talked with the, I forgot the other academy, RBG Academy, RGB Academy. RBG Academy. We talked with them. I'd love to talk with you about, matter of fact, I'll see if I can reach out to him. I'd love to talk to him about education, of course, looking at the next generation and the things that we do to try to make sure that we kind of get the regular indoctrination of like, these people were just workers out of them, and then get, of course, the actual history, actual facts inside of their consciousness. But anyway, what we got next?
All right, our last story
is the Georgia voting laws. Well, you know your boy, since the whole fight was about these Georgia voting laws, Georgia governor signs election overhaul, including changes to absentee voting into law. Brian Kemp, he got it through. He signed it. I'm not really tripping on it as much because not to say that we should have to, but Black people have always found a way. We will vote. We will find a way to vote. That's fine. I think they've made. Well, and I know where you're coming from. Like,
no, because
this is a huge deal.
Yeah, because the government
think they'll stop us, and they can't stop.
Well, no, because the thing is, in the past, what they're doing is trying to walk us back.
Well,
because in the past, they have done things, and statistics will show they have done things to. What is that?
That's outside. Just
I'm sorry. Like, they have done things to, seriously hurt us, in terms of voting and to really restrict our voting. And that's exactly what they're doing now, because the ways that we have found to go and vote, like people getting vans and, people being able to stand in line because they're being given water and snacks and all these things. They've made all of this illegal, and of course this is targeting, the elderly people. So this is a big deal. I mean, I understand what you're saying. We as a people always, make a way, but in terms of voting restrictions, they've found ways to really affect us.
I know it's a big deal. I just don't want us to be. I just don't want us to feel or portray like defeat. You know what I'm saying? They've stood in front of us before. We've made it work. You know what I'm saying? Is this great? No. This is but white supremacy is going, you know, there had to be pushback for those 2 Senate seats. So this is the pushback. So we're going to have to keep pushing back and forth. It's day by day. But I do think, one, Brian Kemp won't be there forever. Brian Kemp can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this fight isn't over.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, black people are ready for this one. You know what I'm saying? They're ready for this fight.
Let's, I guess, give a little information about exactly what it is.
All right, cool.
So Georgia Governor Brian Kemp on Thursday signed a massive overhaul of election laws shortly after the Republican-controlled state legislature approved it. The bill enacts new limitations on mail-in voting, expands most voters' access to in-person early voting, and caps a months-long battle over voting in a battleground state. Let's see if I can get some detail about.
And here's the link to the article, y'all.
The 96-page bill makes dramatic alterations to Georgia's absentee voting rules, adding new identification requirements, moving back the request deadline, and other changes after a record 1.3 million absentee ballots overwhelmed local elections officials and raised Republican skepticism of a voting method they created. Previous plans to require an excuse to vote by mail, as well as restrict weekend voting hours primarily used in larger Democratic-leaning counties, were scrapped amid mounting opposition from voting rights groups, Democrats, and county election supervisors.
Word.
And there was another part. It also criminalizes passing out food or drinks to voters waiting in line, except for a self-serve water station. What?
Yeah.
Like, what?
But we gonna be alright. We gonna be alright.
Earlier law required 3 weeks of in-person early voting Monday through Friday, plus 1 Saturday during normal business hours. The new bill adds an extra Saturday, makes both Sundays optional for counties, and standardizes hours from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or as long as 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Like, okay.
Look, but here's the thing. King Randall said this on the show. We will find a way around this. We will find a way to work this. Trust me, this ain't the first time they've tried suppression. Will we get this overturned? Pretty much sooner or later, we probably will. Will Brian Kemp be a governor forever? No, he will not. I think his days are numbered. But we will find a way around this. This is not the end all, be all. I know there's people on Twitter acting like this is, the worst defeat. It's not good. No, it is not.
It's bad.
It's harsh. It's terrible. But we need to regroup and go back at them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I see so many people on Twitter, most specifically, like, oh, it's all over. It's all, kind of like this alarmist kind of thing. It's like, look, we will make it through. We've made it through that. We'll make it through this. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a situation where you have people meet and squat up at the church and you give out little Ziploc bags and book bags of people to take with them with Snickers and juice or something. Whatever people will figure out a way. We will find a way. We will make it happen. We will be okay. You know what I'm saying? We will be okay. We will make it through this. Does it suck? Yes, it does. Will we make it work? Yes, we will. And also stop thinking that this is the only way. Boycott, protest, and vote. You know what I'm saying? Voting is not the only thing. We need a healthy diet of boycott, protest, and vote. Now, I know everybody cannot get out there. I know I can't get out there. There's times when I want to go out and document and all that stuff, and I can't go out there. But for those that do go out there, you can support them with your money, with bail funds. You can also support them by not speaking against them and supporting those that speak against them. So just keep that in mind. So with boycotting, last story I want to get. Not boycotting. With the healthy diet of something like protest. There's an activist. I guess we do the last story. Activist has been catching fire lately. by the name of Tamika Mallory. Man, BLM has been catching it. Now Tamika Mallory catching it. Ben Crump been catching it. So,
and it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but okay. Recently, Tamika Mallory was in a commercial ad for a Cadillac Escalade as part of their this kind of like a push and promotion about black audacity, like the audacity to be black, and it's supposed to be empowering and everything.
Got it.
So she's in this video. The video is, it's an interesting video to say the least. What I'll do is I can't play the video for you because I ain't trying to get caught. But there is, I won't even play the audio. I'll just say this. In the video, Cadillac kind of aligns itself with, a protester, an activist, someone who's out there in the streets, kind of like working for, black liberation or whatever. And in the audio, she talks about how she was raised by strong women, which is, as a matter of fact, you know what I do. Well, let's do this because there are a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. There are a couple of things about. I will break out this commercial. Normally, I would not break out this commercial, but you know what? I will break out this commercial. I think I'm gonna break out this commercial for y'all. So, real quick. So, I'm gonna play this commercial for you guys. Y'all will be able to hear the audio. I'm not gonna play the video because I don't need GMC or whatever trying to hit my channel. But I'm gonna play it. Here it goes right now. I want y'all guys to listen up. Get your ears ready.
I've been an activist for 25 years of my life. I come from a very long line of strong women. They always encourage me to use every single resource to help another young woman who's on her journey. I am sure Black women will lead this nation to a better place. We're taking control and we're shaping our stories.
Okay, so I want to start this. Okay, I want to start this off because, I know you had things that you wanted to say about this, so I'll let you go because I know you were speaking about this offline.
No, my main thing is, first of all, I think this whole thing with the Cadillac commercial is I don't even know what to say about it. This is to me a whole new low, quite honestly, and I don't understand why she, along with Spike Lee, whoever else was in this video,
well, Spike Lee was they have another video he was in.
Okay, either way, it's all for Cadillac, right?
Yeah, it's all.
Okay.
It's all
so
Cadillac.
I'm not sure why they're doing this. I haven't heard anything about Cadillac contributing to Black Lives Matter or anything to do with our Black struggle. So I'm not sure why we are, participating in these commercials and allowing Cadillac to use our consistent and generation-long fight to promote Cadillacs.
Yeah.
It's, to me, it's just a new low, and all of the pushback that she's been getting, all of the flack she's been getting, can be cleared up because all of this really stemmed from people starting to ask questions about
where's
finances.
the money going?
All of this money that BLM is taking in, these millions of dollars that BLM is taking in, where is the money going? And I think that's a relevant question because you have people contributing money on a regular basis. You have them doing, all of these different events and collecting all of this money. And it's a valid question of where this money is going. And, Tamika Mallory now wants to go on this whole campaign, having people pretty much feel sorry for her because she's catching all this flack. Well, ma'am, what you can do is clear this all up by you and whoever else, the powers that be at BLM, being transparent about the finances. Because anything that I've read and seen, they get mad vague when they want to list where the finances are going. Oh, operations, travel.
Yeah.
Who's travel? Where?
Yeah,
for
and
what?
when
What
it's being
operations?
reported that y'all are getting $90+ million, it's like, well, what are y'all traveling in a gold airplane? Like,
Yeah.
what is?
So, and then you have actual family members of people that have been killed saying, we're not seeing any of this money
Yeah.
to help us. We are over here struggling. They're using our child's name to push their cause.
Or they're using a movement that the death of my child has contributed to the visibility of.
That's problematic.
Yeah.
That's problematic to say the least. And, I take issue with her anyway because, as soon as she wants to say that the issue of sexism is just as, if not more than a problem as racism, I was done, ma'am. I was done. Because I'm going to be honest with you. And any of you that have listened to me on Black Together Walking the Shoes knows I have a problem with black men being pushed out. I have a problem with black women trying to totally disregard and make black men invisible and act like we are the end all and be all to everything, that we are supposed to be in charge of everything, without black men. There's
a very subtle thing. Well, okay. At first, because I know there's some people that love Tamika Mallory, or people that work with her or whatever. This ain't got nothing to do with you making money. You want to make money? Fine. My thing is, when you want to make money and closely tie it to your activism, you have to make sure that you're not just selling something and putting the veneer of black excellence on it. Because what this ad says to me is, we're going to take the star power, kind of like the grassroots, I guess, fight the power type of movement, BLM star power of Tamika Mallory and these other black women that we put in here, make them all pretty and beautiful and everything, all the makeup and hair and clothes we can, and make Cadillac the status symbol for black excellence. And then, on top of that, use her words in a way where I was raised by strong women. Why didn't she say black? Strong women? Okay, so cool. Where was your daddy at? Was your uncle there? Was your granddaddy? So nobody. So now we have a commercial where silently black men are kind of just forgotten. And then you have the statement of black women will, what did she say? Like, black women will heal this nation or fix this nation. So I'm like, oh, so I guess black men ain't got nothing to do. I guess we just might as well pack it up and go home. Because black men just lost in the sauce in this one. Be very wary of organizations that want to use you and use what you stand for to garner black attention and then erase black women or erase black men for that matter.
And in essence, doing that, erasing black family.
Yeah, because remember, there's an attack on the black family ever since we stepped foot on this soil. So now, okay, if we can separate black men from black women, well then where their families gonna be at? They ain't gonna have no families because they're gonna always be at each other's throats, arguing, fussing, and fighting on the internet over something that we started. Black women are gonna say, like, what? So black men are not necessary? Be very wary of black women that put themselves on a pedestal and allow themselves to be used in a commercial making the statement of black women are going to save this when it's like, so why can't where are the men at?
Right. Why can't black men stand up to save each other?
Yeah, why are we not standing together in this commercial?
Right.
Or if you want to highlight black women, cool. But when you talk about saving this nation, as if, well, where is the place of black men in this?
Exactly.
And look, I know there's a lot of women online eating this up, but I'm going to say this once again. White feminists got y'all thinking that sexism is more important than race. Y'all wrong. Just letting you know. Also, the fact that she stood on top of a movement that is highly built on black male death. Have black women died? Yes. But most especially, and by and large, the deaths in BLM, the whole reason BLM started was black male death. And to continue to erase, silence, sidestep black men it's pretty funny style. And then to get up and further make a commercial using the clout, the platform that you received from the black male death to then make money in something that doesn't support any activism at all.
Yeah.
Unless maybe they gave some money to BLM, which she probably, her, Ben Crump and all them wallowing in. But
I don't know. But
they don't do anything for black people. Now, if the ad was her, if it was a situation where it was just a PSA and she made a statement and it was like sponsored by Cadillac and GMC or something like that, that'd be fine. But once you say I've been an activist and you're getting out of a Cadillac, it's kind of like we never saw Malcolm X selling a Ford. We never saw Martin Luther King trying to sell T-Mobile. And I know T-Mobile didn't exist back then. I'm just giving an example. Yeah. We never saw Stokely Carmichael trying to sell Converse. And there's a reason why, because they knew when you get into spaces where you're using your notoriety that has been gained from activism,
your intentions are questioned.
For
your
commercial purposes, you get in a weird space. And it's best to stay away from that, because then you look like you're bought and paid for.
Yeah.
And like I said, with that Ben Crump statement, I was like, $27 million bought this.
Yeah.
So,
because he got very cool by y'all after that.
The reason why you're under fire right now, Tamika, is because Tamir Rice's mother came out against you, rightfully so. And other people have been coming out against Ben Crump and BLM and stuff like that. And all these other people that are kind of like either being set in front of everyone or kind of vaulting themselves in front of everyone as like, I'm the representative of black justice and I'm the fighter and blah, blah, blah. I take issue with you guys being very, very vague about this money. But you keep getting invited. You're in Times list. You're on Grammys. You're in Cadillac commercials. Don't think that money is not tied. Money, power, power, and or access are tied to these things. Do not think that they're not, because they are. And since they are, you have to be very, 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 very careful about what you're representing. Because this basically looks like, hey, black people, if you want to be, if you want to be down with me, I'm down for activism. And the only car company that's down with black activism is Cadillac. That's what it looks like. Especially for black women. Black men, I don't know. Maybe y'all don't want a Cadillac. Maybe Cadillacs ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? But black women, hey, look, the only car company that's down with black activism is Cadillac. Better get it. Meanwhile, I could be wrong. Maybe Cadillac is giving tons of money to black people in jail that couldn't pay for bail and giving them bail money. Maybe Cadillac's doing that. Maybe Cadillac
If that was the case, then that commercial would have been a perfect time for them to flash up on the screen to say how they've contributed to BLM, because we know companies love telling what they've contributed to.
They love patting themselves
So
on the back.
if they had done so, that would have been the perfect time to add that into the commercial.
Let's be honest. This commercial from Cadillac is no different than painting Black Lives Matter on the street. They went out and made a Beyonce video to get y'all excited to think that they really for you, and they haven't done the work. They haven't done anything. They've made a pretty video, but they haven't done anything for black people. Haven't done anything for black liberation at all. But it's all good because, oh, my girl, Tamika Mallory on there looking good. Woo! Or, oh, did you see the T-shirt that girl was wearing? Oh. Y'all get excited. Man, look, I understand visual identity is extremely important. But we gotta stop getting so excited when white supremacy just mentions us. It's a video, cool. And those same people that shot that video, edited that video, paid for that video, will go right back to blaming you and or your brother or sister for the reason they're poor. Oh, you're poor because you just want to be poor. You're lazy. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Or going and saying, well, what did he wear? Was he wearing a hat? Huh, surely he should have been shot by the police. Those people will go right back to doing that. Tangibles need to come from companies, too, that want our time and want our essence. Especially if you purport yourself to be an activist. You've been an activist for 25 years and you ain't realized you was getting used by Cadillac? I think we have exorcised the demons. With that said, I ain't got nothing against Tamika, Ben Crump, whatever. I just want y'all to get out of black people's way. Because y'all in black people's way, and you taking money that's meant for the black community, and you're taking notoriety that's meant for the black community, and being vague, and living in this kind of like faux limelight, and real people are dying and real people are being hurt. Yeah. And you're selling us out.
And okay, and I'm sorry to start up again. But my thing is, as far as with Ben Crump, I understand that this same thing was kind of done with Al Sharpton. You know, yeah. He became the self-appointed representative for black folks. Yeah. And Ben Crump has managed to do the same thing. And my issue is, why is that? Is it because he has such a long list of, you know, excellence in terms of being a lawyer? Is it that? I mean, I don't know. Hey, if that's the case,
it's because
then
he's
great.
Willing to play ball with white supremacists.
My thing is this. What should happen is when all these different cases happen, you know, across the United States, there should be black lawyers that are being uplifted and pushed forward to help in those different states. Allow these black lawyers to participate and help out their brothers and sisters, and also help them make a living. Because
but remember, all these people behind the scenes are blocking folks like Sean King, Tamika Mallory, Ben Crump. They're blocking people for being in this space because, they up there getting that money.
And that's the problem.
So they blocking people from the space. It's such a problem.
I mean, we could be in such a place of power. We really, really could as a people, instead of these individual, black people taking these platforms and becoming millionaires while everybody else's life is still staying the same. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're making it. Who is we?
Be wary of the... if COVID, like I said, if COVID has exposed anything, it's these rich black folks.
Because we got time.
COVID has exposed these rich black folks. Because Tamika Mallory will be quick like, oh, I ain't make no money from this. Well, hold up. You said you got a book coming out, right? Who publishing that book? Because if it's someone like Random House, you got an advance for that book.
But hold on, though. I don't have a problem with the book.
But there's this idea, she pushes this idea that like she makes no money and nothing, and I don't have any money. I'm just walking around. It's like, well, how do you eat? Yeah. How do you buy drawers, socks, shoes, I don't know, hats, deodorant, soap? How do you buy that? How does it happen?
Yeah, because like I said when we were talking about it, I don't have an issue if it comes out that she's on the payroll for BLM. Sister, you should be. If this is the work that you have chose to do, you should be getting paid by BLM. You should be on payroll. Now the question is how much, right? But my issue is you're saying that you're not. Yeah. So
if you're not getting paid nothing, Ben ain't getting paid nothing. What is it, Lee Merritt or whatever, they ain't getting paid nothing. The organizers that started BLM, they ain't getting paid nothing. Ain't nobody getting paid no money, right?
Where's the money
But
going?
BLM is pulling in millions of dollars, and none of that is being given to the families. None of that is being given to I guess none of that is being given to people that are in jail, people that are getting out of jail. This is not being given to people to defend themselves on fallacious charges. Nothing. But just the money, just poof, magic, right? Look, y'all.
And then I'm gonna tell you
this. If it looked funny, it's probably funny.
Because you know, I messaged them one time. Well, I messaged BLM, the LA chapter, one time and asked questions about funding, about them using the website they were using, the
there was like a BLM.com and like a BLM.org or
and
something.
I got a real smart, snippy response.
Yep.
And I'm like, look, and I just pretty much said, I'm just asking questions for clarity. And they were like, well, you already posted such a... I'm like, I didn't post anything. Somebody else posted something in response to what I said. And I'm like, you getting snippy with me, and I'm just trying to ask for clarity. And there was no response.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay.
So when you like that about your money, but you supposed to be for the people, of course they're going to look at you funny. Here's the thing. Tamika Mallory, Ben Crump, all them are essentially holding their nice little space of activism. The only thing is, when it comes crumbling down, like all things will sooner or later, what's going to happen is they're going to turn to the grassroots and turn to us and be like, can y'all help? Can y'all support us? Can y'all come out for us? And hopefully y'all say, nah, bruh, we good. All right, so Back to Love says, Lisa Simpson on the verge of homelessness and BLM isn't aiding her. Of course not. Of course not, because it's a get-rich-quick scheme. See, Black Death can't only support white supremacy, it has a fund white supremacy as well. So, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where Back to Love said BLM got a building fund. Man, look, just let her go. Let her go. That's all I'm saying. Ain't no need to argue about her. Ain't no need to fight her. Just let her go. She's another one. Ben Crump, let him go. Sean King, let him go. Tamika Mallory, let her go. Just let her go. You know what I'm saying? Tarana Burke, Autumn, just let them go. Just let them go. They done. They're going to continue to make money off of black male death. They're going to continue to kind of prop themselves up in these shows of like racism and stuff to help make white people feel better. You know what I'm saying? But without, really having them do something for black people. Like, sad, but that's how it is. Yeah. So, with that said, we have exhausted and exercised all the demons. Lady Lisa, say peace.
Bye, y'all.
Shouts to Back to Love. Shouts to Alan Lewis. Shouts to Kibi23. Yamani Adams. Glad you caught a live stream. Shouts to Blue Knight. Ethic Radio. Shouts to let's see. I know there was RG came up in here. Man, look, we had some fun tonight, and I was glad to see your sunshiny faces. Of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Hit that thumbs down if you don't. If you hit that thumbs down, I'm sending Cadillac after you. Next thing you know, you're going to be a prop in a video about black empowerment when they've done nothing to empower black people. I love all y'all. We're going to leave y'all with Parker P.L. Lewis and, of course, Arcatron. Man, it's been a good week, though. It's been a good week. So from us to you, we're saying thanks for watching and peace. You want to give them a woo? You want to give him a woo? All right, come on. Go. Come on, give me a woo. Go on, give him a woo. Say woo for you. Woo for you. Go give him the woo. Show him the power of the woo.
You got to be confident in your
woo. You got to give him the woo. There you go. Give him the woo. That's right. And a woo for you and a woo for you. We out, y'all. Peace. Yeah.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I would label the drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the Parker Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that, what boy, anything goes. Help the barrier, we outside. Help the barrier, we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from Hunger.